What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at scion.com.
We really don't think that there's any merit to the protest. We look at it as, again, GTA trying to gum up the works to delay and try and force a rebid of a contract that's already in place.
Pacific Data Systems President John Day says a protest filed with the Department of Education over wide area network services his company has been providing for the last 2 years is just an example of sour grapes coming from a company that has lost other bids to PDS. The protest filed by GTA Teleguam last week argues that DOE should have terminated the contract with PDS because of the company's failure to deliver services specifically required by the specification of the bid. The issue was also brought up by GTA in a letter to the public auditor last May, but Day claims his company is now providing the internet speed GTA criticized them for lacking. And he says his company was never in violation of the contract specifications, even when the lowest speeds were provided.
So literally the service schedule had a minimum speed of 5 megabits and a maximum speed of 1 gigabit. And it was GDOE's intention initially to use the 1 gigabit service, but due to the lack of facilities to the schools to provide that speed, in other words, that speed required fiber optic facilities, and no fiber optic facilities existed in the schools.
It took 2 years for PDS to meet the 1 gigabyte expectation. And GTA's protest argues that DOE's Supply Management Administrator should have acted on the authority to cancel the award to PDS when DOE found that PDS could not perform under the terms of the award. But Day blames the government permitting process on the delay because fiber optic facilities had to be installed, a hurdle that he claims GTA also would have faced.
Any contractor, whether it was PDS or GTA, would have had the same requirement to put in new facilities to provide the services at those higher capacity levels.
GTA also claims that DOE missed out on federal funding because the services provided by PDS were not eligible for federal E-rate reimbursements, arguing the award to PDS should have been canceled because services provided were not approved by or eligible for USAC funding, as required in the IFB. Day, however, claims that all services provided under the contract do meet the reimbursement requirements as long as DOE submit accurate paperwork.
The services that we're providing today is in sync with the paperwork that they provide with E-rate. So I don't imagine that there will be any problems or any issues with reimbursement. We do believe that the services that we've provided over the last 2 years are also fully E-rate reimbursable. However, we think that DOE will need to do some modifications in the reimbursement paperwork that they've submitted to E-rate to make that happen.
According to DOE Deputy Superintendent Robert Millay, all DOE schools were receiving the 1 gigabyte WAN service from PDS as of August 23rd. The contract expires in 3 years. Betsy Brown, PNC News.